Your dog is staring at the wall. Just staring at nothing, at an empty wall. And you're standing there thinking, should I be worried? Is there a ghost? Does my dog know something I don't? Or your dog is doing Zoomies at 11 p.m. for no reason, or eating grass, or spinning 3 times before lying down, or sitting with their back to you like they're mad at you, even though you literally just gave them dinner. Dogs do weird stuff, constantly. And most of us just laugh, take a video, post it online, and move on without ever actually understanding what just happened. Today we're fixing that. 5 things your dog does all the time, what they actually mean, why they do them, and why once you know the reason, you'll never look at your dog the same way again. Running like a maniac for no reason, aka the Zoomies, officially called frenetic random activity periods. It's 10 p.m., everything is calm, and then, out of nowhere, your dog explodes. Full sprint around the living room, bouncing off the couch, sliding on the floor, knocking over everything in sight, and then it stops, and they sit there panting like nothing happened. This is called a FRAP, a frenetic random activity period. And it's not random at all. It happens when your dog has been holding in energy or emotions for a while, and their body just releases it all at once. It usually happens after 3 specific triggers. After a bath, because getting clean feels weird and wrong to a dog. After waking up from a long nap, or right after you come home, when the excitement builds up so fast their body can't contain it. The Zoomies are literally a joy overflow. Your dog is not crazy. Your dog is just so happy that their body had to do something about it. It's the physical manifestation of pure happiness, and honestly, if you could do that, you would too. Eating grass. Eating grass like they forgot they're not a cow. One of the most Googled dog questions of all time. You take your dog for a walk and they find a patch of grass and just start eating it, not sniffing it, eating it. Like they woke up and decided today they're a cow and nobody can stop them. Here's what people always say. They eat grass when their stomach hurts and they want to throw up. And that's partially true, but studies show that less than 25% of dogs that eat grass actually vomit after, meaning most of them are eating it for a completely different reason. The real reason is much simpler. They like it. Grass has fiber, certain minerals, and a texture that dogs are instinctively drawn to, especially when their diet is missing something. Wild dogs and wolves eat plant matter all the time. Your dog is just doing what comes naturally. Thousands of years of evolution packed into one weird moment at the park. The only time you should actually worry is if they're eating grass obsessively and non-stop. That can mean an upset stomach or a nutritional gap. But the occasional roadside snack? That's just your dog being an animal. Which, reminder, they still are. Spinning before lying down. Spinning in circles before lying down. The most ancient habit in domestic dog behavior. Your dog walks up to their bed, a perfectly good, perfectly flat, perfectly comfortable bed that you paid actual money for, and instead of just lying down, they spin 2 times, 3 times, maybe 5, and then they lie down, on the exact same spot they started on. This behavior is so old, it predates domestication. Wild dogs slept in tall grass, and they would spin to flatten it, check for hidden insects or snakes underneath, and position themselves to face threats while sleeping. Your dog's bed has none of those problems. But the brain doesn't know that. Some researchers also think the spinning helps dogs align with the Earth's magnetic field. Studies found dogs prefer to orient their body on a north-south axis when they sleep, which means your dog might be using an internal compass you didn't even know they had. So next time your dog spins 5 times before lying down, just know they're doing ancient survival prep and navigating by Earth's magnetic field. Meanwhile, you just fall face first into your pillow. One of you is doing bedtime right, and it might not be you. Sitting with their back to you. Turning their back to you. It looks like rejection. It is the opposite of rejection. You're on the couch. Your dog jumps up, walks over to you, and then turns around and sits with their back pressed against you, or facing away from you completely. And you're sitting there thinking, are we fighting? Did I do something? Are they mad at me? They are not mad at you. In dog language, turning your back to someone is one of the highest forms of trust. It means, I am not watching the door right now because I know you have it covered. I trust you completely with my safety. You are my person. In the wild, Dogs sleep and rest in groups, and the most vulnerable position is having your back unprotected. When a dog turns its back to you, it's handing you the responsibility of watching their blind spot. That's not indifference. That's the ultimate compliment a dog can give you. So the next time your dog turns their back to you, don't feel rejected, feel chosen. They picked you as the one they trust enough to let their guard down around completely. That's not nothing, that's everything. Staring at nothing. Staring at a wall, the ceiling, or absolutely nothing. The one that genuinely freaks people out. Everything is fine, your dog is just sitting there, and then they slowly turn their head and start staring, intensely, at a corner of the room. Nothing is there. You look, you check. Still nothing. But your dog is locked in, unblinking, like they can see something you can't. And suddenly your house feels haunted, no ghosts. Here's what's actually happening. Your dog's senses are operating at a completely different level than yours. They can hear frequencies you can't, pipes inside walls, insects moving behind baseboards, the neighbor's TV 2 floors down. They can smell things through solid surfaces. What looks like a blank wall to you is a wall full of information to them. A dog's hearing range is roughly twice as wide as ours, and their sense of smell is anywhere from 10,000 to 100,000 times more powerful. Your dog isn't staring at nothing. Your dog is listening to or smelling something that your body literally is not equipped to detect. That said, if the staring comes with confusion, walking in circles, or seeming lost in familiar places, it's worth a vet visit. That can sometimes signal something neurological worth checking. But 99% of the time, your dog just heard a pipe. You're fine, probably. Zoomies, grass, spinning, back turning, wall staring. 5 things that look completely random, but all have a reason. And honestly, once you know the reason, every single one of them becomes something you appreciate instead of something that confuses you. Your dog is not weird. Your dog is just a dog, with instincts older than your house, senses sharper than any machine, and a way of communicating that's completely different from ours. Learning their language isn't just fun, it makes you a better owner, and it makes the relationship better for both of you. Drop in the comments which one of these your dog does most. I'm betting number 1 is going to win by a landslide. Subscribe for a new video every week, and I'll see you in the next one.